Like every MTA event, as you know, this is an event for history. We're doing something that is for our kids. We're doing something that proves that the city is not paralyzed to deal with the challenges. We're doing something that's about cleaner air and safer streets and less traffic and better transit. We're doing something that's historic. It's the first in the nation. This is New York getting ready to be the city for the 21st century. We've opened 2 railroad terminals the last couple of years. We fixed LaGuardia Airport, which used to be the shame. We're fixing JFK, and now we're dealing with traffic, which is really an existential problem for New York. We've been working on this for 5 years, but you stand in Midtown for 5 minutes, you know we got to deal with the traffic problem. Now we're showing the world that in New York, we do something about our challenges. And I'm so proud to be joined here by an amazing coalition that supported this from the beginning. The elected officials who have been stalwart in this, led by Congressman Jerry Nadler, Controller Brad Lander, State Senator Brad Hoylman-Siegel. And in New York, we have all kinds of interest groups, but we have an amazing ecosystem of transit supporters and people who care about our city. And they're represented here by Julie Ty of the League of Conservation Voters, Tiffany Ann Taylor of the Regional Planning Association. Tiffany, thank you for being here. Rachel Faust, Reinvent Albany. Amazing, amazing work. And Riders Alliance, which are, they're a quiet group. You don't hear much from them. But they are here with Betsy Plum and the loquacious Danny Pearlstein. And the offspring of the Plum family are here for a little piece of history as well. And I'm sure I'm overlooking people, but I can't overlook the team at MTA who's worked on this. I'm looking at you, Allison DiSereno, the number 2 at MTA Bridges and Tunnels, also known as Driver Bridge and Tunnel Authority. Kathy Sheridan, the president of MTA Bridges and Tunnels. Juliet Michelson of our team. Shanifa Riera hiding back there under the puffy coat. Amazing, amazing work. Kate Slevin of the RPA, not our team, but sometimes feels like it. The PCAC represented here today with children as well. And Quamel Arroyo, the MTA's Chief Accessibility Officer. Andrew Albert representing our board and the PCAC, an amazing, passionate supporter of all of this. So, and we have people here who literally been working on this issue. This is a 50-year issue in New York, how to deal with traffic. John Lindsay was the mayor when we started dealing with this. And people like Charlie Kamenoff, who are here today, and John Orcutt, who has been laboring in these vineyards almost as long as Charlie. Thank you to everybody, and thank you to Jamie Torres Springer, who's the president, my successor at MTA Construction Development. Jamie's doing all the building that will spend the money, that we will make transit better as a result of this new initiative. So we wanted to make this a celebratory event and less a speaking event. I've already taken too long, but we're going to hear from the elected officials and from the advocates represented first by Congressman Jerry Nadler. Jerry.
Well, thank you very much. I've been asked to be very brief, so I will be very brief. This is the culmination of a long fight. As we all know, this will generate $15 billion to enable us to finish the 2nd Avenue subway, to make more stations accessible, and to improve the reliability of the system. I will also point out, and it will make traffic congestion much less in New York, which is very important. It means ambulances and fire trucks will go more quickly, which means lives will be saved. And the final thing I'll say is, where congestion pricing has been tried in London, in Paris, in Singapore, it has always started off with its critics. It has always become almost universally popular as people see how successful it is, and all the doubts are erased. And that will happen here too.
Thank you. When you do a round of introductions like I did, you always forget one person, and I forgot an important person, Elizabeth Velez, who is many, many things, but among other things was a member of the Traffic Mobility Review Board that recommended a tolling structure that really struggled with how to structure this in the way that was fairest to everybody, to be fair and treat everybody equally so that we have a low-income discount and an exemption for people with disabilities and a plan that really works. So Liz, thank you for all you do. Liz Velez.
Thank you.
Let me turn it over to the one and only Julie Tai, who runs the New York League for Conservation Voters. Julie.
Good evening. My name is Julie Tai. I'm president of New York League of Conservation Voters. I live, work, and own a car in the zone. We are proud members of the Congestion Pricing Now Coalition. Along with our many colleagues, Jana mentioned a bunch of them, but there's a lot more. I've long been saying we cannot drive our way out of the climate crisis. And congestion pricing is really that signal that's going to get people out of their cars, into mass transit. It's going to help us cut traffic, which is entirely too slow, make our buses faster, make our emergency vehicles go faster, make sure that we're helping to reduce air pollution that's causing asthma, in particular in low-income and disadvantaged communities, where asthma is unacceptably high and is the #1 cause of school absenteeism. We know that we're going to be fixing our transit system so people have more options, because here in the most transit-rich part of the entire United States, we have no excuse, we have a lot of options, and congestion pricing is really here to stay. Thank you so much to Governor Hochul for getting it back on track, and for Jano for sticking with us all the way. And for Phil Murphy, really sorry, you could not be a climate champion. I could not help but to get that in. But we're here to say that New York is a climate leader, and we're here to get this done. So thank you so much.
All right, we have time for just a couple of questions. It's cold. We want to get Jano up because that's a moment you don't want to miss. Jano up in the air. Checky Beckford from NBC. Checky's got a question.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Chairman. Assemblyman Simone has raised the issue that some of the money raised from congestion pricing should go to safely guard barriers in the subways, rope barriers specifically, that can be adapted from station to station. I know in the past you've said that it's just not possible to be done in most of the stations, but something like that could be done. Is that a consideration?
Listen, we're gonna, safety is the #1 priority, and we're definitely spending a lot of the, not just the congestion pricing money, but the money in the MTA capital program for safety. We're building barriers, we're going to continue building them, and we're going to build them faster. That's Governor Hochul's request to the MTA in the last few days. So Assemblyman Simone's on to something, and that's an investment we got to make.
All right, just time for one more. Anthony Carlo over there, hand up from ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Anthony.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Good to see you again. Question for you. Where will you be at 12:01 when this officially happens? And what does the plan look like? Where will your personnel be to tackle any issues that may come up?
Right. Well, what we've got a whole back office operation that has actually been running for some weeks now, looking at the images as cars pass under. We just hadn't been sending bills out and charging into people's easy passes. That's the major thing that's going to change. So we do have people monitoring the cameras and seeing how everything is working, but it's not some dramatic flip of a switch. It's really just that we start to turn this into Easy Pass charges on Easy Pass accounts. So let me remind everybody, make sure your Easy Pass is lined up in your Easy Pass account to your license plate. That's important. You get the lowest price that way.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody. We're going to get Jano up in the air. Is that all right? We're going to get you up in the air. All right,
Jano.
You got to gear up over there.
I understand, but
safety issue.
I got to say one more thing. Hiding in the back is my chief of staff, Laura Wiles, with her children. Martha, thank you for coming. Thank you for loaning us your mom for many months and many late nights. Amazing work. We wouldn't be there without you. So thank you. All right, I'm about to do something that Minton thinks is safe.
So what's going to happen, just so you know where to point the cameras, he's going to gear up and then get in that yellow baskety thing, which is going to go up in the air, and then that MTA thing is covering a sign, which is the actual congestion relief zone, welcome to the zone type sign, and he's going to pull it off, and then you're going to get your sign. All over the Midtown area, there are signs like this that have been getting uncovered for the last 30 hours or so. This is the last remaining sign to be uncovered right here. And if you stand by, we're going to get you the photo op. Just so there's a clear path,
How are you? Good, how are you? I'm well, thank you.
It is over. All right, this has never been tried before in real life. Just going to point that out. Been no rehearsals, no tests. And the chairman has never been elevated to this height prior to today. In public, anyway. All right, if we could deploy the safety net, please. Now, Ron, if you could just take a step over to the left so we could see the chairman, that would be great. These are the wind protectors being removed, so it didn't blow into your all faces. All right, we're going to swivel the elevated mobile TV studio. And then we'll give you a countdown. All right, are we ready? Are we ready? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Woo! Yeah!
Congratulations, everybody. You're ready to get rid of gridlock right there. Yes, you may descend, sir.